Hello, dear students of Flower Grammar School, Quetta campus. I'm your teacher Wahid Shah. How are you all? How have you been doing these days? As you all are well aware with the current global situation, the unavoidable spread of contagious virus has caused much disturbance and worries in the minds of people. In this uncertain and distressed situation, I want to tell my students that I have been missing you all and we all are missing you. The whole LGS is missing every single student since these days of school closed. Each and every student is in my mind. Indeed, it is very hard and difficult times for all of us, but we should not lose hope and keep our spirits high up. Okay, nothing can defeat us. Be strong and be safe. Stay at home and pray to Allah to make everything right like before. It will vanish very soon, and inshallah, we will be back in our classes. Okay, now let us move towards our new lesson of English. Okay, we know that the students of Lahore Grammar School Quetta campus, and this is week 5 of our online classes. This time the new lesson is from a new reader, and that is The Age of Possible. The name of the book is Age of Possible. You might have not received the readers from school, so I send you the pages inshallah later. Okay, of story which we will be discussing today. Before going to the lesson, I should tell you about the book. Okay, the story is The Less and a Good Stout Blackthorn Stick. Okay, let's move towards the lesson. And here is the lesson. As you can see the book picture of the front page of book. Before going to the lesson, I should tell you about the book. The book is both exciting and challenging. It has several important themes, but the central one is the plausibility or possibility of the stories and their explanation of some of the mysterious phenomena of life. Most of the fantastic things that happen to us or to others can be explained in one way or another, but it is sometimes difficult to draw a line between what really happened and what was only imagined. So this was a short intro of the book. Now the first story in the book is The Less and a Good Stout Blackthorn Stick. Okay, let's begin the story. It is quite a long story of about 16 pages. As you can see, 16 pages, so I try to make it short for you and hope you might understand. In a fishing village on the east coast of Scotland, there lived a fishing lad and a beautiful girl that they both loved each other well. Since childhood, they loved each other very much, and now they had planned to be married after airing fish was over and the catch cold. Okay, the catch sold. But the plans of the two amiss when the boy's boat was wrecked in a great wind came tearing down upon them. Okay, many fishermen lost their lives, but luckily boy sailed back home safely. As you can see, the boy is very sad. He knew that he couldn't make up for his marriage after losing the boat. His parents tried to convince him that they should marry and live with the father, but the girl refused to accept the marriage as she saw the boy was not ready to put burden on his father. The girl gave an idea to the boy that he should take his place in the crew of another man's boat and she would find a serving less at one of the fields. They both agreed to this. Before parting, the boy gave a good stout blackthorn stick. As you can see the picture of the blackthorn stick that he had been carrying under his arm. Okay, the girl loved the boy too much, so she also loved this gift given by the boy. What was the gift? Can you tell? While she was away, she had no luck the first day and the other day, but she was not disheartened. Meanwhile, she found a grand croft, a big house, very big, which was much bigger than any of the girl had ever seen. The same day, the same day a farmer at the house had died. At same day a man was died over there. That man was not generous. He was rather very miser. He had never given any penny to his children. So his sons and daughters, all of them, saw him in his dying moment. They asked his father, they pleaded to his father, please tell them about the gold and money that he had saved that many times, but he died without saying any word to them. Now there was an old belief among the folk in those parts of that if a stranger watched beside a dead person leaving the door slightly open, then the dead would rise from his bed in the middle of the night, and any question he had been asked. Okay, he will answer any question he had been asked. In the meantime, they saw the girl walking up the path towards the house. The oldest son called the girl and offered her a night job to sit beside the dead body the whole night alone, and in return she would be paid a piece of gold and a piece of silver for the watching. The girl agreed to the proposal as she needed the money direly. All the children whispered to dead man's ear, "Father, where did you lay away your gold?" They all went upstairs for sleep, leaving the girl alone and door slightly open. When midnight came, she got up to mend the fire, and that was when she heard a rustle behind her. She looked around, and there was the dead man propping himself on one elbow and giving her a horrible grin. The girl warned him by raising her stick and shaking it all at him. Just then she felt a chilly draught from the half open door. She shut the door. When she looked towards the bed, the dead man was lying there. Next morning, the oldest son came into the room. He found out that she had closed the door. That's why the dead could not wake up. The girl was hired for another night over the same pay as before. She said yes. She agreed to that. After a long day's sleep, she went back to the room where the dead man lay and made herself comfortable. This time the oldest son stuck a block of wood in the hinge so that the door could not be shut. I hope you are understanding this story of the family. Okay, now they had a plan that the door should not be closed in the middle of the night. Then midnight came and she heard the stirring of the covers of the bed. She looked, and there was the dead man propped up on one elbow and giving her horrible grin. The lass looked, took her good stout blackthorn stick, the stick that her lover gave her in the okay, that was in her hand, and cried out, "Lie down there, decently, man, or I will give it to you good." Suddenly she felt chilled, so she tried to close the door but could not. There she saw the old dead man leaving the room. She went after him. As he went out through the doorway, she gave him a swinging blow with a stick on his backside, but the old man reached around him and caught the stick by its end and held it firm fast. They both would not let go the stick, so off they went together down the road. They went for a mile or so. Then the dead man turned aside at top speed, lagged over the moor. Suddenly they were at the house again. Okay, after traveling so much of like a mile, they went back again. The dead man fixed his eyes on the lass and finally said, "In the chimney under the thatch it is," and went back like a dead body. In the morning, the first person arrived at her was the wife of the oldest son. She cried out, like she was foolish. She revealed the secret to the girl. She cried out loud that she would not know the secret of the dead man, gold and wealth, as he said nothing again. Now the lass realizes the family's deception and makes a bargain with them. If she tells them where the money is hidden, she shall be given 10 pieces of gold for every 100 the old man had. Okay, 10 pieces on every 100. Okay, they all agree to it. Okay, they find the catch of gold, and the lass returns to her lovelorn rich. They become very rich now. They buy a bigger boat, build a splendid house, okay, and live to tell the story to their grandchildren. So it is a very good and happy ending story about a girl, a Scottish girl, and her lover, and they both wanted to marry, and due to that old belief, she got a job, and from that job she became very wealthy person. So that was story. I hope you might have understood. I will send you the pages. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.